Like I said, I'm pretty sure Twitch is just shitting all over itself. Stop.
Twitch is always shitting the bed.
Right?
Yes. It's going to be
Like I
shitting
did
the bed
till I
all
was
through
8. What?
2019. Welcome to ADLR Podcast.
Oh my fucking god, that hurt my ears. Amo, thank you so much for this resub. 2 months, man. Thank you so much. That's awesome. I am gonna have to figure out how to turn that down. Was that super loud for you guys?
29 of the ADLR Podcast. Fucking
Sorry.
Christ.
It like blew my eardrums out.
I have him just yelling, interrupting, Randall's on Instagram, and Brian just deciding to shoot someone. Like I wouldn't.
I'm on Discord, not Instagram.
Oh, whoa. You should be on nothing because we're on the podcast right now.
Speaking of
Jesus
Discord,
Christ. What kind of fucking guests do I have? Just, what? What about
Doesn't
it?
it start at 8?
Randall, we starting early because it's 2019. It's a new podcast, bro. New format. It's going to be new everything, all right? We're going to have a setup.
We start the pre-show, and then we start the real show.
No, this is the real show. Episode 29 of the ADLR
I
Podcast.
don't know how you use these, man, all this time. This junk is like squeezing on my head.
Do you want the other ones then? Randall,
Huh?
do you want the other ones?
Nah, I'll figure it out.
Okay. 2019 Randall's here. 2019 Brian is here. 2019 Kelsey's here. No, he's not actually. He's on his other stream while I'm recording a fucking podcast.
No, I was talking to chat to see what's going on. My stream health says it's excellent, but dipped from like 4,000 down to 1,100, and now it's back up to 5,000.
I doubt it. No.
Okay. Someone's stealing someone's car out here, dude. Now that we'd had that fucking fashionable start to the first podcast of 2019.
What year?
2019.
What number?
The
are we
Colonel.
on? I say you, he did.
If you want to hear more of this shit show of a podcast, you can go to patreon.com/ADLRplays. Request topics at topics@ADLRplays.com. What else? We're probably gonna be switching up the podcast a bit. I might do this offline instead of online because Twitch chat is kind of distracting in my opinion.
You're distracted.
Okay. That way, it's shorter content, precise. We get in, get out. We do a lot of dicking around here, and a lot of it's dead air.
That's the fun part.
That was one time my dick came out. Okay.
You don't want to say that on Twitch because they're incriminating yourself.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I saw that fucking not to drop names, but Mango passed out on stream.
The what? Say that again?
Mango, the Melee pro player, Smash pro player, he got like really drunk because the Eagles won against somebody, and then he got really drunk and just passed out on stream.
I think it was Javier told me he got banned for a week on Twitch because of like aggressive alcohol consumption.
I think that's the same thing, yeah.
There was some girl that like was streaming. I forget her name, but she recently became partner. But she was streaming, and then supposedly ended her stream. Didn't realize that the stream was still going, and it just tears her shirt off and is streaming topless for like 4 minutes. And instead of getting banned, comes back as a partner.
So all I have to do is show my tits, or
Exactly. That's exactly how it goes.
all right, I'm gonna get it waxed then and just show off the goodness. Or I can show them the tree of might. It's up to you guys.
I think if you waxed on cam, you would get a lot of viewers. It'd be like
If that's allowed, I'd do it. I've done it before. I've waxed my chest. That shit hurts.
it'd be like watching the 40-year-old virgin.
It's not that bad. It hurts, but not to that extent.
Well, apparently, the lady that they got to do the waxing wasn't actually like a professional. She just had done it a couple of times to her boyfriend, and so when she auditioned for the part, she was like, "Oh yeah, I can do that," and had no idea what she was doing.
Oh my! So that might have been actual pain.
Yeah, it was. He was like he was yelling all that stuff because he was in actual physical pain.
Oh no, that's terrible. What's up, man? Are you gonna show me something?
Apparently, Twitch had told her she was hosting,
Okay.
but was still streaming instead. So apparently, she thought she had actually shut it down, and Twitch said that she had shut it down, and had not actually shut it down.
That's embarrassing. That really is. What was I gonna ask? Oh yeah, New Year. What'd you guys do over the fucking long break? Randall.
I was with you.
Well, the listeners weren't with you.
I wasn't with you.
Fuck
Kelsey wasn't with you.
I mean,
Jesus,
except for
Randall.
that one night.
Yeah, it was magical.
It was magical.
His ass is still
Kimberly and I
gaping.
snuggled for hours.
I guess I'll start since this fucking cast of people are garbage.
Well, you asked
Watch the
Randall,
show
you
in
didn't
first.
ask anybody else.
I mean, he's part of
This guy's
the
trash.
garbage people.
I mean, I was going to say something.
Jesus,
so-
why
Randall,
is that
then
so loud?
let's get it,
The
dog.
onslaught of comments.
Then let's get it, Randall.
Inappropriate comments. Just hung out with the family. Had some great food.
What kind of food you have?
What did I eat? Rice. That salad that your mom makes with that has the cranberries in it. Of course, I had some local nut. When
You had more than loco. No, we'll get to that later.
oh crap, yeah.
Brian's face, even he feels it still.
No, I'm good. I just think it's funny.
Yeah, I mean it was great. I don't have much else to say.
Gotcha.
It's just rinse and repeat. Eat food, drink some stuff, laugh, hang out. What?
I'm listening, dude. Like, what? Go ahead. Don't worry about it. I'm not trying to, like, scheme on you, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. I had a bunch of family over for New Year's.
Plus 50.
It wasn't 50 people. It might have been 50 people, actually. So what happened was, we had a set amount of guests. And then one of the guests couldn't make it, but then brought a lot more guests, which is fine with me. It's just seeing all the people in the house, I was like, holy shit, this is like a lot of people. I was scared it was going to be super hot in there because of the amount of people.
But
Apparently it was the opposite case.
I thought it was.
It was hot.
No, you were hot for different reasons.
I know.
I thought he had a gathering or party or whatever, and then he just decided to bring his entire list of people to your place.
No.
So it was like two parties combined into one.
The thing is that his group of people were going somewhere, but the place they were going canceled.
Oh,
So they already had a squad going. So they were like, "Hey, I declined earlier, but you can come, or can we go over there? We'll bring some food." I was like, "Fucking bring it."
That night
use
will
more
be
food.
forever memorable for me because Shannon and I were the only two white people there, and everybody walked in. Everybody walked in and was like, they say everybody else and like, hola, 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 hello, hi. It
Just
was
in case you
absolutely
guys-
hilarious. And the thing was, is like I was like answering and talking to them in Spanish, and they get to me and they're just like, hi, hello.
Oh my god. Well, I mean, just to make sure you understand that they're greeting you. Hola is very complicated. Not a lot of people know what that means. What else? I watched a shitload of movies this vacation.
Yeah? What movies did
Yeah,
you
man.
watch?
Let me list them out for you real quick, all right? I finally saw Upgrade.
Oh, how'd
And
you
boy,
like
was
it?
that- you guys definitely overhyped the shit out of it. Like, it was fine. Like, it wasn't... It was fine.
I mean,
It
like,
was-
I don't remember being like, dude, no, you gotta fucking watch it because this shit's gonna change your life.
Not
I
you
said that there were some
specifically.
really cool scenes,
Action
with
sequences.
yeah, like when they had
And there
the
was.
camera sequences where he would like bend down and come back up. Like that shit
Yeah,
was
those were
awesome.
Yeah, the action sequences were like, okay, that's pretty cool. But to me, that was about it. The thing was that Randall Constant is like, you gotta watch Upgrade, you gotta watch Upgrade. And then you told me you gotta watch Upgrade. It was mostly Randall, what I'm telling you.
Yeah, because you hadn't watched it. It was just sitting there. You was like watching everything else. I was like, man, you need to watch Upgrade.
And I watched it.
I wasn't saying it like it was like Infinity War, but I thought for what the content that it had in it, I thought it was good.
Like I said, it's worth watching once, and I don't think I'm ever going to go back to watching that movie. It was cool. Like it had very cool action sequences. Some of the gore parts were actually pretty cool. Not gore part, like the deaths or the kills were pretty cool. But yeah, once I saw it that first time, I'm like, the twist wasn't that much of a twist.
It wasn't one of those game changers, like where everybody was like, with Avengers, they were like, dude, I changed religions, okay? It was just a cool movie, and the ending I thought was fantastic because it just was a total, oh shit moment.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely say I can agree with that. It was definitely a cool movie. I think that's what I'm giving it. Give it a watch. You at least give it's awesome action. It's a dude who has machine-like reflexes, and then apply that to, like, I guess martial arts. He was doing some martial arts, but a lot of it was brawling. But it's really cool. Gunplay was really cool, too. What else did I see? Mid-90s, which is actually really cool. Mid-90s is the Jonah Hill movie that he wrote and directed. Oh, it's just about a kid in the 90s. It's basically like a day in the life kind of thing. This kid's upbringing. It's filled with nostalgia, especially if you grew up in the 90s. The music, the shops, like the skateboarding, the parties back then, I guess.
I mean, I guess I might check it out just because it sounds pretty cool, but I really just don't like Jonah Hill. I think he's overrated.
Oh, he's not in it.
Oh, he's not in it? Oh, then
no, he made this film.
Then I might not go see it.
Jonah Hill's in Wolf of Wall Street.
He's the Will Ferrell mini-me.
No.
I don't know if that compares. I don't think he has the ad-libs that Will Ferrell has. Because I think Will Ferrell can sit down for about an hour just ad-libbing random nonsense and you'll laugh 80% of the time.
I don't like Will Ferrell that much either.
Oh my goodness. Kelsey with the 2019 hot takes.
I've only liked him in a couple of things. One was Old School, because that shit was hilarious. The other one was Elf, and that's because he wasn't the main focus.
I didn't see Elf.
What the fuck? You didn't like Step Brothers?
No, I thought Step Brothers was horrible. I thought it was a really stupid movie.
Oh my god. Okay. I mean, it is a stupid movie. It's just really funny stupid.
You didn't like Anchorman?
Oh, Anchorman.
I don't know that I've ever seen Anchorman.
Leave this podcast and watch it right now.
Jesus. Yeah, Jonah Hill's like super bad. Yeah, like him. He was in Wolf of Wall Street. What else? Moneyball, I think, with Brad Pitt. 21 Jump Street, yeah. My name's
21 Jump Street was actually really good. Like, I really enjoyed that one. And he didn't do too bad in it.
Okay, yeah, I agree.
I just remember him from Superbad.
I mean, he's actually a pretty good actor. I don't know why he really hates him, but he's actually a pretty good actor.
I don't like Superbad either. I thought that movie was really stupid. Like, the first like 15 minutes of it was funny, and the rest of it was just downhill from there.
Okay. It's stupid movies, like it is stupid, but it's funny stupid, like Napoleon Dynamite.
I didn't like Napoleon Dynamite either. Like,
okay, so you just don't like that type of so it's consistent.
No,
what category would that be considered?
I don't know what stupid comedy. I guess I would probably. I don't know what the
is
actual
that slapstick.
No, slapstick is like Tom and Jerry. Like, a lot of the comedy's done physically.
Oh, okay.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I mean, I liked Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry's hilarious.
Yes. What else did I watch? Yeah, but mid-90s, I thought give it a shot. It's not. I thought it was gonna be a lot better than it was. I think it was a bit overhyped. The characters are sort of fleshed out. The kid goes through some weird arc. Like, he wants to be accepted in this skateboard crew. He does some weird shit to be accepted in there. Has weird problems with his family. It's at least watch it one try, just one watch. It's not rewatchable.
All right.
What else? White Boy Rick.
The hell
based
is
on
that?
This is actually based on a true story of a kid who went undercover for the FBI for drug trafficking. I think it was guns and drug trafficking. I think it was just drugs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and you just basically, based on the true story, you see what the events that transpired all the way till. I mean, if you don't know his story, I guess it's a spoiler. But if you know his story, he gets arrested. So
but he's
it's
working
just
for the FBI. That makes a lot of
and then
sense.
and then shit gets pretty crazy. Randall, don't start typing. Don't. What are you doing?
I was just gonna ask something.
Okay, well let me know
Randall,
and I'll add
wait
it
till
because
after
I
to
could
watch
have this selected and you
okay?
might mess up the overlay.
Oh,
Because look, with a one button, I can switch shit.
Oh,
so that's
okay.
why I'm like, you're putting your hand on my
I saw
keyboard.
the mouse right here, so I assumed it was on that.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, and you can type.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Randall's pulling up the browser links already.
Yeah, dude, his sponsorship. This podcast is brought to you by browsers. I'm kidding. No, we're not. Hitbox 11. Okay, Randall. You guys will get your chance to shit all over that. Just give it a minute. What else? Oh yeah, so yeah, that's basically the story. Matthew McConaughey is in it. He plays a great job as a dad. The Rick, I guess his name is, played that actor. I don't know where he's from, but looks like he's gonna have a bright future ahead of him. I guess he's really good. He did really good in this movie. Yeah, all in all, this is a must watch. White Boy Rick is actually really good. What happened?
I'm thinking about the movie you got highlighted.
Oh, next one. The next movie I saw was Bad Night at the El Royale.
Where did you find this stuff? Like, I have not even heard this.
This is a movie that's
because it's not Trina. That's why.
It's the way the story is structured is very combination of Tarantino / Wes Anderson, with its broken up into chapters for each of the characters that are involved. Very character driven story. There's a lot of twists here, so I really don't want to spoil this. I think there's a lot of twists in here that we can't spoil because it's funny and this is definitely this is definitely also I recommend watching. Like it has funny parts. The characters are well written. Dialogue's great. John Hamm has a fantastic Southern accent. Yeah, John Hamm has a Southern accent in this, and I'm like, oh, look at you flexing. I haven't seen you on screen in a bit since I think
Jeff
Marjorie
Bridges,
Prime.
John Hamm, Chris Hemsworth, Nick Offerman, Dakota Johnson.
Yeah, Jeff Bridges is doing his Southern voice again, and you can barely understand what he's saying. I don't know if it's because he's getting older or he's just into that character. I highly recommend it. It was a great time. And then finally, sorry, I'm taking all the time here. Watched Heartbeats Loud, a movie with Nick Offerman, the guy from Parks and Rec. Is that his name?
Yeah, that's Nick Offerman. Okay,
who plays the dad of, I forgot the other actress's name, but he has a daughter who is going off to college for a doctor. I think it's a doctor. But also they have set time for each other to literally play music. And then the movie starts off after certain events. Her mother passed away, and you find out in the movie how she passed away, which contributes to the girl's character arc in the movie.
Gotcha.
So yeah, they start playing in one of the jam sessions. They start playing, and the girl was writing her own song. His dad heard it. Her dad heard it, and he's like, "Oh, we need to start a band." And she's like, "No, you tried to make me into a band years ago as a kid. I didn't want it." But yeah.
What part of the dark web are you like finding all these things from? Because like even to Staten's like, you know, we watch tons of movie trailers and we have no fucking clue what you're talking about with most of these movies. Like it's never even like come across like, oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. I saw a trailer for No, there's not even like a reference in our brains as to this even existing until you just said it.
Well, you're welcome. This is what this podcast is for, is highlighting stuff that I personally like or anyone here likes, and you curate it to other people. So you're welcome. You can watch this movie and maybe you'll enjoy it, maybe you'll hate it. Comment on the video below. Yeah. What else? That's all the movies I saw. I still got a bunch to watch. Oh, I started one. I guess after Heartbeats Loud, it was already like 10 o'clock or something. And me and Randall started watching Leave No Trace.
Oh, God.
Man, I have only halfway through this movie, and man, it's the slowest burn possible.
Did you even finish it?
I haven't finished it yet, so I didn't put it on this list just for that. I can't talk about if it's any good or not, but the first half of that movie is way too slow. Way too slow.
Did you ever watch Megaman?
But it's slow to the point where like I'm okay with a slow burn if things are happening slowly.
And there's like superb acting that carries it.
I mean, the acting's fine. It's just there's nothing to. The same thing is happening over and over again. It's like, hey, look, they're living out in the wild. Oh, by the way, this is how they live in the wild. Oh, here's them living in the wild. Oh, they're still living in the wild. Oh, they got captured. Now they're back in the wild, and then I fell asleep. I'm like, I don't know what's. Nothing hooked me. I'm like, damn it. I like Brian Foster. He did fantastic in Hell or High Water with Chris Pine. So I wanted to watch this, and I'm like, damn. Halfway through it, I'm like, I don't know if I can see this. So I haven't finished it yet. So I'm not recommending it or not recommending it. Unless you really value your time, because the first half will insult your time.
That was half of the movie.
That's what I'm saying. It was literally, when we stopped, it was like almost dead half in the middle of the movie. And I'm like, God, I feel like an eternity has passed. I feel like I was living out there with him. Man. What am I done? What else? That's it. Movies, if you guys watch it. What is Polar? Tell me about Polar.
Polar's this new movie that's coming out on, I think, from Netflix. It's like this really awesome looking John Wick style movie, but it has like the same basic premise. You know, retired merc gets, you know, backstabbed. They try and take him out, and he just, you know, lays waste to everybody. And it looks really cool. I definitely recommend going and checking it out. It looks like it's going to be a really awesome movie, and I think it comes out later this month.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh shit! Yeah, Randall went to work on movies too. I forgot. All right. Do you know who's in it? Polar.
I did until you asked me.
I'll look it up. It's fine.
Like, not Polar Express.
That movie was a banger too, dude.
Vanessa Hudgens, Mads Mikkelsen.
Oh, Mads Mikkelsen! Look at you. He used to be
Catherine
Hannibal.
Winnick, Robert Mallet. I don't know how to spell. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. And Matt Lucas. I think Matt Lucas is a British actor.
I think he's a British comedian.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'm a liar. He's definitely in a lot of comedies.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to come out. Yeah, it's supposed to come out January 25th this year, and it looks fantastic. I definitely recommend at least giving the trailer a watch. And if you really enjoyed John Wick, I'm sure that you're going to enjoy this.
Lit. And be putting your cosign before watching the movie?
I am. The trailer was awesome. Like, it looks fantastic. Of course, I mean, they did the same thing with Repo Man, and Repo Man was pretty garbage. They showed literally the first half of the friggin' movie in the damn trailer, and then after that, it was kind of like you know the slow burn where you're just like, holy fuck, is it done yet?
Oh, speaking of trailers, I showed too much. What movie did we go watch? Was it Fantastic Beasts? Anyway, it doesn't matter. I don't remember what the fuck movie it was. I think it was me and Janyana. I think Brian and Randall were there too. The dog trailer.
And and they literally give the whole fucking movie about a dog to find its owner, and they literally from beginning to end is in the trailer.
Like every plot point.
Go watch it.
I don't understand that. They did the same thing with the new Fantastic Beasts movie too. Like, you know, shit goes down in the first one, and then the second one comes around, and you're like, wait a minute, why is that dude there? He died in the last one. Like, what the fuck's going on? And it's like, that kind of just ruins the surprise. Like, why would you fucking do that?
Yeah, I don't see the appeal. Maybe to pull people in because they know that actor's in, or maybe that character's in. I don't know. I just watched the first one. I didn't know they did that for Fantastic Beasts.
Maybe the dog that comes back is actually the thing, and it kills everybody.
I'd watch that. That's it. I watched Thing for the first time during the Halloween, and that movie is fantastic. That movie was fantastic. That's definitely a classic. I don't know how I missed. Fantastic. Randall, you went to go see a double feature over the holiday break.
Yeah. First movie I saw was Bumblebee, which, thankfully enough, it was not directed by Michael Bay.
Get that Michael Bay salt out for you.
Stink.
Yeah, get it off.
So I can't remember the dude that directed it, but he did a good job.
We can look it up. Let's give him his props. It's kind of hard
for me to talk about movies without telling you stuff, but all I can say is that it was character driven. The action was good. They finally gave the Autobots and Decepticons some justice because they acted, talked, and even looked aesthetically like the originals. But it was kind of like a mix between old and new. But it was just a perfect blend.
Travis Knight directed the movie, written by Christina Hodson, and the story was by Christina Hodson.
It wasn't hokey. The action was really good. The beginning part of the movie was just like the first 3 to 5 minutes, I was like, with my jaw dropped. And that's because I'm a hardcore. Well, I wouldn't really call myself hardcore. I'm kind of in between medium to hardcore Transformers fan because I grew up on it. So to finally see it done the right way in 3D live action, showing true homage to the old school style while still retaining like a new look, it was done beautifully. Aesthetically, it was done beautifully. The movie was really good. It was, again, this is not one of those, oh my God, it's an Infinity War type movie.
Yeah.
But by miles, it is the best Transform movie that has come out, in my opinion.
Even better
That's
than
just me.
Even better than the first one, because even though at that time it's like, oh, it's Transformers, big things happening.
Okay, so here's the thing with the first one. The reason why I think that a lot of people feel that maybe the first one rivals with this one is because of shock value. This is the first Transformers movie to ever hit the big film.
Big screen.
Big screen, sorry.
I got you.
Big screen. And like, I think that's the whole reason why people like, well, what about the first Transformers? Because it's like, oh my God, I've never seen this before. And it's like all CG and it looks shiny and good and it's brand new and all that stuff like that.
And all of them are gray.
But the story sucked.
Yeah.
You didn't see Megatron until the last 5 minutes of the movie.
And he got bodied.
Yeah. Like, so, I don't know. As far as like, it wasn't one of those movies where, I don't know if I can really say that. I don't know. Again, it's really hard for me to talk about movies without spoiling it. But
we'll get better at it.
It's to me, I thought it was really good. I definitely watch it again. Actually, which brings me to my. Well, I'm not. I'm done with that.
You done with what? You done with
Bumblebee?
About Bumblebee?
Yeah.
I heard you went underwater too, Randall. Tell me how Aquaman's doing. So
Aquaman. Surprisingly, well, I'm not gonna say surprisingly because I didn't go in there thinking that it was gonna suck. I just thought like, okay, here's another DC movie. I don't think it's gonna be as bad as the other ones, but I don't know if it's gonna be as good as Wonder Woman.
Okay.
But as far as the content and the overall flow of the movie, I thought it was really good.
Okay.
There was points in the movie where I was stuck in a seat because it was so intense.
You were at the edge of your seat? Were you
yes.
white knuckling?
Like I was like, you know how like there's a scene in the movie that is so intense and like you tense all your muscles and you're like holding onto the seat, or maybe you're just locked in the position, but you don't realize it until like that part of the movie settles down, and then you realize the whole time you've been tense.
The majority of A Quiet Place.
Nugget porn.
Or nugget porn too, I guess. But mostly Quiet Place.
So take Quiet Place, and there were elements in the movie that gave you that feeling, at least for me. The acting was, it was kind of subpar.
Okay.
But the story kind of made up for it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I kind of figured, I knew how Jason Momoa was going to act because I seen him in the
Justice League. Movie. So he's still that surfer bro fucking mentality, or?
Still liberal and kind of rebellious, but a little less surfer boy.
Okay, that's good.
He was more. I don't know how you would put it. I don't know if you ever seen videos of Jason Momoa in real life, but he kind of. It's kind of like he just embodied that character. Like he is Aquaman.
Okay.
They're like one and the same almost.
You mean him acting as Aquaman is just him?
It's just him. Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of like Deadpool and Ryan Reynolds.
There you go. Exactly.
Absolutely. That's a good reference.
Visually, the movie was
Comparison.
beautiful. Didn't look cheesy at all.
The CG was on point?
The CG was on point.
Okay.
Black Manta. Good.
Awesome. Okay.
I wish he had more
Screen time? Oh, okay. He wasn't the
But
main.
when he was on screen,
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't like masterpiece, but it was like you got my attention,
Okay.
you know. And like sometimes when an antagonist or a villain gets on screen and he likes to talk the person to death.
Yeah.
It was like when he popped up in the screen, stuff was blowing up, and like Aquaman was just like running for his life, pretty much.
Oh, okay. So it's like
Because it wasn't on some old I'm here.
let me give you
Yeah.
like a monologue. Oh, you got away? I wonder why.
It was more like sword comes out the side of the screen. Who is that? It's him.
So it's like Ramsay when he appears on screen in Game of Thrones. Excellent. That's what I want to hear. That's good. He had dialogue, or he's just in there just slashing people?
No, he had dialogue, but it was like
Nice.
The more the movie progressed and like you saw him further on in the movie, the less he talked, because it was more like, okay, I know why he's angry. I know why he wants to kill Aquaman. He really doesn't have anything else to say.
He has his goal. He's going for it.
He has his objective, and the rest of the movie, all I'm trying to do is fulfill my objective.
And that's to body Aquaman.
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
Which is hilarious.
Get me hyped. I
'cause
can't-
Aquaman's not actually as weak as everybody thinks he is. The Super Friends TV show just made him look like he was a piece of shit.
That's true. Because most of their shit was above ground anyway. Like, when did they go under in the water?
I think there were like 3 episodes, maybe.
A lot of the movie is underwater.
That's good. I hope so.
lot of-
If it's Aquaman, I hope that's
A
the thing.
lot. I would say 60-40.
Is it one of those things where they're underwater, but they're standing on rocks and stuff, or they actually like, how when you're underwater,
it's like they're underwater. Everything is flowing.
Okay.
Their hair is constantly moving.
Okay.
Dolph Lundgren. How you say his last
the
name?
Russian?
Yeah, he was in it.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Wait, is he he's
No, he's not the antagonist.
no, but I mean, is he an Atlantean?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's not. There was very, very little interaction with actual human beings.
It was all inside
It
the
was
city?
mostly Atlantis. And,
Okay.
everybody from there and the conflict and all that stuff.
So would you
I don't want
say-
to get too much, but
So would you say this is the Black Panther of DC's movies?
you're going a little far now, man.
I'm saying as in like everything takes place in their world. They're like
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. To be quite honest, let me think.
I'm not saying in quality of movie. I'm just saying like, hey, in the beginning they're on Earth, on land, or on American soil or whatever, and then they jump into
Yeah, it's
their
mostly,
area.
It's mostly underwater, and even when they're out of water, it's not like, what I hate, which is really cliche. It's like whenever you have a really huge villain, someone that causes like mass destruction.
Okay.
Immediately, like the military gets involved, and you see them come with the Air Force and all that. And every single time that's happened, what happens to them? They get wrecked.
They get bodied.
They jump pushed in. It's like, why did you even show up?
You can't body this.
With this movie, they don't do that.
Oh, they don't show up?
No.
Well, because that makes sense. Because they know Superman exists, Batman. They know all these people exist.
I guess maybe.
So maybe someone else was on the way and they left beforehand.
All I know is that
I don't know.
It's not one of those cliche situations where they show up and then it's like you got to see this guy destroy
A bunch of military people.
And on another note, they're adapting what Marvel is doing with the whole antagonist thing, where you kind of sympathize with the villain. It's not just
I'm bad
he's
and I
a
was gonna
bad
do-
guy and I want to do bad guy things. You know what I mean? It's more like you understand. I mean, you understand why he feels the way he feels, but at the same time, it's like, really, dude?
You're like, why are you going about it this way?
Yeah.
Got
Like,
it.
You're going a little above. It's kind of like you don't consider both sides type situation, kind of thinking.
Gotcha. That's cool, man. Sounds like you're really hyped about it. I'm definitely gonna watch that when it comes out. On the webs, That's it for movies. I think you guys got something else. Went on a movie spree this vacation, dude.
Yeah, we meant to go see Aquaman, but just didn't have time.
I feel you. All right, Brian. Let's talk about this 21 Savage. I'm gonna say right now, this is my favorite 21 Savage album.
Did
when
you
I heard
listen to the last one?
Yeah, I did after I heard this one.
Oh.
Yeah, I think this is by far a lot better than his previous stuff. He sounds like an actual. I don't want to say like an actual rap. It sounds it's more digestible, I think, than his previous stuff. The choruses aren't fucking super annoying. He's not just leaving a bunch of dead air in between verses or in the middle of choruses. He did that a few times in the previous one. I liked it.
Overall, you can tell that he's growing as like a person and as an artist because everything's more coherent. There's an obvious message to what he's saying for the most part, and then I mean this doesn't have to do with the album, but in interviews you can see he's not just a random shooter from Atlanta anymore.
Like that clip you showed me about I make the devil music thing.
I make murder rap.
Murder rap, right? This is definitely not murder rap. He's definitely graduated since then.
I mean,
I highly recommend giving it
like that,
but he has better songs, like the one with J. Cole. I think is it a lot? I think it's a lot with J. Cole in it, and he has others more conscious.
All My Friends, Post Malone's really good.
Yeah, more conscious tracks on here. I highly recommend giving it a listen. There are actually some really good tracks on here. Good features too.
Proud of him. Yep. I didn't care for the Childish Gambino song, to be honest.
Why not? I thought it was alright.
He didn't belong.
You didn't think Childish belonged on the track?
Nope.
Oh, okay. I thought it was fine.
It was like, we're friends. I'm not saying the song.
Is that how it went in the middle of the song? Yo, we're friends. Get in here.
Yeah, he just walked into the fucking booth. Okay. Damn it, Brian went to town on games. Brian, the fucking floor is yours. Tell me about Hades.
All right, Hades, crack. Right? I was like, let me try this game. The first day I played it, it was like around 9ish, I think.
Hold on, Brian.
I died.
Sorry, Brian. Hades is a new game by Supergiant, I think it is. Available only on Epic Store. It's an exclusive. I'm sorry, yeah. At the Epic Game Launcher, Epic Store, whatever you want to call it. It's an early access at the moment. You can explain it now. Roguelike. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's basically a Bastion roguelike. That's what it feels like. They have the stuff like the voice. I'm just gonna get to the gameplay first. It's crack because it's like Bastion, and it's like roguelike, but you keep building the more you basically die. To the point where I started the game at like 9 the day I got it. And I was like, well, let me do another run. And then it was 3 a.m., so.
How long is, on average, are the runs? Like, your longest run was how long? If you can remember, I mean. Like, is this something you can pick up real quick? Like, can you see this on the Switch in the future? Like, you just pick it up, do a run, get out? Yeah. Like Dead Cells?
Yeah, I mean, it all depends on either how good you are or how bad you are. If you're bad, you'll die quick. If you're that good, you'll get through seconds fast. It also depends on... You get buffs. So the whole plot of the game is you're Hades' son, and you're trying to escape. You want to leave him. And as you play the game, they'll give you plot points as to like why this is the case. And you and another character basically asked for like a plea for help from Olympus. So while you're playing the game, the gods that are on Olympus keep trying to buff you and give you like blessings for powers, so it can make it. You have powers that go onto your weapon's special attack. This zone shot you have that you have like bullets for, but not really, and you have to pick them up. Like let's say you have 3, and if I shoot one at somebody and they didn't die, it's stuck in their body. So you have to kill them or wait for it to fall out. But if you kill somebody or you miss, you have to just go and walk up to that bullet to pick it up and use it again.
No, that's interesting. That's pretty good.
There's passives just for anything, and then there's buffs for your dashes. And on top of that, there's different rarities of buffs. So like, you get choices of 3 things per blessing, and you can get like this does a little bit of a buff, or you get like a legendary option, and it just bodies everything.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're constantly updating it. They even tell you when the next update's gonna go live. It's like, countdown 25 days.
This is for Hades, you said?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds really cool. I like the bullet management thing. What if you leave one behind and you move to the next area? Do you lose that bullet for good?
No, it goes to you.
Ah, okay. So you're just managing it during that section.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I don't know. That
And
bullet stuff's pretty cool.
The plot-wise, it's actually entertaining, and it's interesting. The music is great because it's bashing people, or super giant people. Transistor's music is fucking phenomenal.
Do you know if it's the same
only
composer?
I don't know, but I would assume so.
Okay.
I think the main person who owns Supergiant is the one who made the music.
Oh, okay.
The one complaint about the voices is the main character, where sometimes it just sounds like he doesn't give a shit. Like, that's kind of his personality, but it sounds like performance-wise, he just like it could have been done differently at times.
So it seems like it's phoned in?
The main
Like the actor
character
himself?
sometimes, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But everything else, like, there's a bunch of characters that are like quirky, and you can talk to them when you're like after you die. You go back to the domain of Hades, like his palace or whatever.
Yeah.
He's like Geralt, Javi said. It's like Dante Geralt combined, just like a monotone Dante.
Okay.
I don't remember what else. Yeah, you can when you die, you're in like a hub, and that's where you put like all your upgrades, and you talk to people, and you actually get you can get gifts that you can buy or find, and you give them the characters, and you just keep having dialogue, and you find like their backstory and stuff like that. The game already feels solid, and it's in early access.
That's really good. That's good to hear. So what do you think is they're working on? More content or
Probably more. There's
or balancing?
Where everything feels balanced. I mean, they're probably gonna add more bosses, because this seems you always fight a certain boss at the end of a certain section. Like, I always fight one of the Fate sisters, I think she is.
Okay.
For the first area, so maybe they'll have like what Binding of Isaac does, where like you can get a chance of like 9 of them. I don't know.
One of the Fate sisters?
I believe so, yeah.
Nice.
Her voice acting is good. I'm just gonna keep ranting about the game, but I love it so far, and it's more solid than most of the games that are actually finished. So
I see what you mean. Yeah, Super Giant games usually deliver.
PUBG.
I honestly think right now
From the
it's better than
trailer, it
Dead
does.
Cells.
Better than
What?
Dead Cells?
Oh,
What?
snap, son.
That's early. Okay.
Just from what I've played of the game, I have Dead Cells installed, and I'm just contemplating on installing it because I don't need it anymore.
Whoa, I gotta try Hades then.
Damn.
Because Dead Cells is really good. I think it made
That being
it
said,
made
I'm
my top
very
10
biased to
last year.
Supergiant games.
That's true. That's true. Damn, that's some high
Turn a
praise.
fan on, I'm sweating from enthusiasm.
Yeah, I gotta give that shit a try. Battle Chef Brigade. Who put that one on there?
I put that one on there. Since we have a free
What
month
is-
of Discord Nitro, it's like a beat 'em up cooking puzzle game.
The hell?
What?
Battleship Brigade?
Yeah, I don't really know how to explain it.
Okay, first, why don't you explain why you have a free month of Nitro?
They just gave it to us for Christmas. You can gift one to somebody, so I think Anthony gave me his and I gave him mine.
Gotcha. Didn't know that.
How does this play? Let me.
You're trying to be a battle chef. Basically,
Okay.
you go around fighting and cooking to save like towns and cities and stuff like that. So you
Okay.
play. You play like you have like these matches where you're trying to outcook the other person, and in between you actually go and get your ingredients. So you go onto your backyard and you slaughter monsters, and you bring them back in and you make food out of them.
One of the dudes is like an ogre.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just saw
It's
him
like-
hit
it's like a
him
fancy
with the
world.
This
Hit him
dude
with
is
a
chopping
Sagatni,
chicken with
and
a
then-
scythe.
yeah, like he's going in.
There's a guy that's a necromancer and he makes necro food.
This game looks
So there's-
awesome.
Yeah, this looks really good. The animation looks really nice. during the
It's
fights.
And the way you cook is like Tetris kind of. Where you match certain colors and there's certain like debuff things, and you get certain pots that it makes red like combined with less parts needed. It was actually really fun. I downloaded it on Steam because I was like, I don't want to play that. It's puzzles. But then I got Discord Nitro and I was like, let me try it. It's pretty fun.
Shit, I'm gonna try this game too. That looks pretty cool. Looks fun.
This does look pretty awesome.
Yeah. Voice acting is kind of annoying. The music's cheery. It's fun.
Is it very anime-ish type of music?
Stories kind of just like, yeah, it's kind of like happy-go-lucky anime music.
I just want to chop chicken with a friggin' scythe. Like, how much? Can you get any more baller?
If you do it with guns,
like magic. If you play as the main character, you can just fight people with cyclones.
With what?
It's pretty entertaining. She can summon like a Cody hurricane.
Like tornadoes.
Yeah, Mina Han, I think her name was.
Interesting.
Yeah, I saw she had some cyclones going on earlier, and if you watch the video on Steam.
I saw the video on.
There's
Nintendo
also like offline playing, so you can. I think it's online too, so you can go head to head with a friend if you want to out puzzle, cook, chef, monster, slayer.
So I was gonna ask.
Only complaints is stories, man.
Is the multiplayer cooperative or is it competitive?
Competitive.
Ah, okay. Damn, I thought it would be cooperative. That'd be pretty awesome to play. I'm not a competitive person. I'm trash.
Yeah. Oh shit. See, that's all the squares you're pressing.
Talk about trash, Randall. Let's hear about those hitboxes in Mega Man 11, dude. Brian and Randall started playing Mega Man while I was out doing stuff. Let me hear it. Yeah. I played a demo for it. Let me start. I played a demo for it on Nintendo Switch. They were playing the level that was on the demo, and I made it to the final boss and kept dying. So I stopped playing because I'm like, it's a demo. I'm not going to put that much time into a demo. I'll wait till the game comes out. Cut to Brian getting Mega Man 11, and he's playing that level. And I'm like, oh, they're probably going to breeze through it. They've played Mega Man before. I leave the home, do what I had to do, come back, and I think they were still playing that same level. And it's the first level in the demo. I mean,
I was gifted this game for my birthday. I'm gonna play this game. Mega Man's one of my favorite series of all time, top 3 at least. I like seeing the little blue piece of shit, with the shooting and jumping and all that.
I don't like the art style of this one.
What? I thought it was nice.
I mean, when it comes to Mega Man games, I'm more partial to X than the original Mega Man.
I agree on that part, but I thought
I still enjoy it. The art looks. I'd rather it look better. Like it feels like it doesn't look ugly, but it doesn't look amazing.
Yeah, like it looks weird. Like it's got like a weird cell shading to it. I don't know. It's supposed
to be like a 3D/2D thing.
Yeah, I get what they're going for, but they accomplished that really well with Mega Man X, and it looks way better than what this does, I think. Sorry, go ahead.
So what do you guys think?
Where was I in this rant? Okay, yeah. So I pop in the game. I'm enjoying it for certain parts, and then there's very clear issues that I don't think someone play tested through. And if they did, they probably designed Falcon like, no, this is good. We're gonna leave this as is. If I'm in a section where I have to jump, and the hole is as big as me, explain to me how I'm getting stuck.
You got a big head.
Because in this fucking game, it's like, there's something that you're being moved towards. It's gonna one-shot you to jump through this hole. Nothing is above me. I jump. No, I get stuck at it. There's not enough space. My whole body fits. There's not enough space to jump. My thing is, I think it's the head hitbox is bigger than the character itself. And a lot of the first level involves vertical movement. So imagine maybe like 3 hours on the same fucking level because the game doesn't want to see you win.
It's crazy because when I played the demo on the Switch, I didn't have any of those collision boxes, like that issue. So I don't know if it's maybe because it's running weird on the PC or they had an update, they fucked up hitboxes or something, because I did not have those weird I was just terrible, and I got killed because I don't know how to dodge or jump over shit.
Yeah, but that's nothing new.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like for me, it wasn't because of the hitboxes.
I mean, yeah, he is free, but
I
don't know if it's like
saying.
There's like some latency on some sections, but jumping seems like you have to do it a bit earlier. You're gonna fall off and die and start at the beginning and sit there for 3 hours on the same level and then get hit on the top by a box you're trying to get in that's not there. Like I enjoy the game until those parts happen. When it's like when shit doesn't work, it's very frustrating because someone should have played through this and been like, "Oh, we have a blatant issue with the way the hitbox is for his head. Let's fix it."
Yeah, it
But,
sucks
like,
when stupid shit ruins the game for you. Like you know that the series is great, you know that the game is going to be good, and then you get into it and there's just that one or two things that you're like, it just breaks the whole thing.
It just takes you out of it.
Yeah.
But like
Are you gonna finish it or no?
Yeah, I'm gonna finish it. I played a bit of the second level and I didn't have any of those issues.
Okay.
But it was
Got a
like
new
water
sub.
based, so maybe I was just lucky.
Thank you, Zordon, for the sub. I appreciate you. Got a plug in the chat. Yeah, I gotta try it out. I gotta see if I'm still gonna be as free as I did when I played it. When I played it on the Switch, maybe because of the Switch controllers, I was fucking free, or maybe I'm just free in general. But I'm gonna have to give it a shot. What's so funny, Randall?
The bosses
I'm
still
free? Go ahead.
The bosses still seem interesting. The music's still good. Gameplay's for the most part the same until it breaks. So I enjoyed it until I got to the points where I didn't enjoy it.
Okay.
The new mechanic that they have in the game, the gears thing.
Yeah.
I don't really give a shit about it, to be honest. Or like, oh, you can
Do you
slow
think
down.
do you
It's
think
like
it
a
adds at
speed
all?
gear and a power gear. Just get that shit out of there. Put more bosses or something. Give me more tools besides that. I mean, the only time I'd use it is for like one enemy to slow down time. Because it's not like
But
you're
I like it
invulnerable.
'cause
It's not
it's-
like a parry or something like that, you know?
But I think if I'm guessing, I think it was there for accessibility. So for the people who don't like Mega Man's difficulty or learning curve, you can slow down time if you need to, or give yourself increased power. Because I'm pretty sure you can go through the level without using any of those.
Yeah. Probably.
So if I had to guess, I would assume it's there just for accessibility. So people who don't play Mega Man often and they're like, oh, this can make it a little easier and more digestible.
Sounds like it's made for
Okay.
bitches.
There was another issue I had that literally cost me the boss, and I almost changed religions. When you do the gear system, and you use both of them together, like you use them both for a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
I had like one more hit left before I died. The boss had one more hit left. I was charging up a blast. My meter ran out. It uncharged my blast so that I used a small lemon. So I missed his chest, and I got punched in the mouth, and I died.
Oh, is that when you guys stopped playing?
I almost put the game on a controller, plugged that controller into PS4, loaded up Dragon Ball Fighters, and fought the game.
On the first to 10? Well, Randall, what do you think? I saw you got the
No.
controller a couple times.
I mean, he pretty much covered everything. It's the same issue as like that whole hitbox thing. Like,
It's okay.
and you know what's terrible is like if you use the gear to slow down time and you're trying to jump vertically through, there's nothing above you. So now it's even more obvious because you're moving in slow motion and you're like, I can't jump up and there's nothing above me. What the heck is hitting me?
Oh my god. So 10 out of 10. Or 11 out of 11?
Perfect 5 of 7.
Yeah, dude. I guess to round out the games, so unless you guys have something more on Mega Man, besides hopefully they fix the hitboxes.
I have to play more of that game. We beat the first boss, and I got halfway through the second level, and I haven't loaded it up since.
Jeez. Well, I started playing Dragalia Lost over the vacation break. I don't know what compelled me to. I thought it was a Nintendo game. I'm like, hey, the anime art looks pretty cool. Let me try it out. Well, it's a gacha game. Gacha? Gacha? Whatever it is. Basically a stamina-based game for the phone. I think you can play it on iOS or Android. It's like an action RPG sort of, but you can later on unlock it to play automatically for you, which I don't recommend because the AI is stupid.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's really dumb. Like, they disregard that there's environmental hazards. They just run into it. It's don't ever play it on auto.
They don't even go and look for extra stuff either. They're just like, oh, there's the end. Let's just try and run straight towards that.
Yeah. So I highly recommend just playing through it. I don't want to say it's Diablo. It's just an action RPG like Diablo. The squad of 4 people, all the heroes or whatever the summons, whatever you want to call them, are broken up into 5 different class types: fire, wind, water, light, and dark. And just like Pokemon, one is more super effective against another. And you go on quest. I couldn't tell you what the story was. I read like the first chapter, and then I'm like, I don't give a fuck anymore.
I stopped caring after the first like 5 seconds. I was like, yeah, no, we're not doing this. I spent 13 minutes trying to read through all that shit. It was like, nope, we're done.
Yeah, I sat through and read the first chapter through its entirety, and then the second one started, and then it's more. I'm like, I don't care. I'm here to just smack shit, get XP, get loot. Like, the loot isn't as rewarding as I thought it would be, because most of it is you get more currency to get loot, if that makes sense. But I don't know. It's a decent time. Like, if you're waiting for something, I had to get my car fixed because it was shitting the bed all day. So while I was waiting for the mechanic to finish, I was playing that. You can play the game co-op. Like, on any quest, you can play co-op, which is great. So if you have friends, you guys can play together. That's all. Yeah, it's a typical gacha game. If you have a certain amount of stamina, you can use a day. It regains after a certain amount of time. I think that's it. I got to talk about that. Unless you guys have something to add, Brian. And I think you play it too, Kelsey, right?
Yeah, I play it. I played it for a little bit.
I've played too many games that are similar to it, and I have Skullgirls on my phone, so it's hard to actually sit down and play that game for long periods of time.
What the fuck?
I'm like sweating.
Gotta get that laser.
Shit, I'm telling you, dude. It costs too much. I was asked how much was my auto repair. I had to pay like almost $1,000.
What?
Yeah. I had to get my brakes replaced for all 4 tires. The back rotors replaced. I had an oil leak, which we saw in the garage. I had to get that replaced. The gasket had a hole in it, so I had that replaced. And spark plugs replaced.
Jeez, man.
Apparently, you are a master mechanic who trained to repair jets in the Air Force. Also, Zordon wants to know your full history, life history. So give him something.
Say what?
12 minutes
Your life
until
history.
Trump is live on TV.
To say what?
To
Isn't the government
about
shut
how he
down?
needs his wall.
Yeah, but the government shut down a while back, didn't it?
Yeah.
Is it gonna Is the government gonna be unshut down now? How much is a car worth now? I have no idea. Probably $30. I have had that car for over 60,000 miles at this point. And it's been running pretty smooth until like last week. So we got it fixed and it's back to running smoothly. So, how's public transit near you? Horrible. It took me to Uber from where I'm at to the mechanic. It was $12. Are you kidding me? Uber's robbing people. Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't even that
The
far
U.S.
away.
doesn't have public transportation. Garbage. Unless you live in like a major city, like New York or L.A.
Yeah, they really don't have taxis here, but unless it's Lyft or Uber. They have seen some taxis, but
They're mainly by the airport.
yeah. That's where they make the most cash anyway. That's about it for everything we've eaten. Goodness. He says in D in
You say that
what is
we've
D?
eaten?
Yeah, everything that we've eaten, consumed over the vacation. Delaware, thank you. I'm like, I saw D, and I'm like, I'm terrible with anything that has to do with geography. So I don't know what fucking state is what. I go from PA to D for work purposes. Jesus, and it's 30 plus. That's crazy. News. There's not a lot of it. One that got me hyped for 40 seconds until they fixed it on the Google.
Fix it on the Google.
Oh, we already talked about this.
Yeah.
I thought you found some more news.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
Because remember, I just throw it on the first thing on there. So Google threw up what seemed to be some sort of error, or the Russo brothers are trolling us.
It was the algorithm, the search algorithm.
Yeah, that's what they say, Randall. I believe Google. So yeah, if you were to type in famous Hugh Jackman movies, Logan comes up, The Wolverine, Les Miserables, Great Showman, X-Men, The Prestige would come up. But also at the beginning, Avengers Endgame. So everyone started losing their shit because they're like, oh, are they introducing X-Men this fucking early already after the buyout? But like Randall said, Google came out later and said, oh, that was an accident. It's just, it's not legit. Unfortunately. So that's not really news. But how awesome would it be if he was in it? Oh, the Madbox console. So the people who worked on, what the fuck is it again? Project Cars 1 and 2, if I'm not mistaken, are going to release their own console. They threw out a bunch of, I guess this is an old article, but a bunch of concept art on how it will look. They say it's going to be super powerful. Will quote support most major VR headsets, and those upcoming in the specs will be equivalent to a very fast PC 2 years from now. End quote.
I have a question.
So, go ahead.
After you make your point.
My point is, why? Why come in this late with a console? When not a week ago, I guess this came out afterwards. A week ago, like this week, Sony comes out and says they've sold 91 million consoles.
Holy shit.
91 PS4s are out in the wild. 91 million, sorry. Dang. So why would you want to enter this game? Because that's just Sony. The Switches have been selling like hotcakes as well. And the Xbox is trying to catch up.
Because it's one of their best consoles yet. Like, it's even better than the GameCube.
Yeah, it is. I can agree with that. The games, maybe not so much, because they're kind of slow on releasing games. But what is this console going to bring that the Switch doesn't? The Switch I can literally pick up from my TV and keep playing as I walk away from it.
Okay, hold on. I may have missed something. Who is announcing a console?
The people who made Project Cars 2. A software company is getting into hardware, I guess.
Why?
Exactly. I don't understand.
Okay. There's a company that's already done this. This was
the Ouya?
Well, that one too. But there was shit.
Was it recent?
No. This was several years ago. They made a game for like the Wii or something, and it had one of those stencil things that you could like draw on. And they were like, you know what would be great? We should make this for the Xbox and the PlayStation because it's selling like crazy. We can do this. And first of all, this shit is not meant for a fucking PlayStation or an Xbox. Like that, it is. the Nintendo
they try Switch... They try to port over using a pen to a consoles that don't have anything of the fucking sort.
Yeah, they like. I wish I could remember the friggin' name of this thing. But it was they made a game for the like the Wii that was like one of those family friendly games where you could draw on the little pad and do stuff on the Wii, and they were like, we should make this and release it for the Xbox and the PlayStation. And whoever was in that boardroom should just be publicly executed because they like going, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Let's make a family-friendly game on consoles that don't make family-friendly games is a great idea. Yes. And then the company ultimately went under because they had like millions of these little shitty pad things sitting in a warehouse somewhere that they literally couldn't give away.
Oh my God. No, I didn't hear about that. Sorry, I'm going through puberty. But yeah, I don't see the point. I don't know why you are entering this console race now. Maybe next generation you might have a chance, but not really. If 91 million PS4s are out, a lot of those are going to stick with Sony. Unless Sony fucks up the announcement for PS5. Like, I don't see why you would wait. That I think that's a bad decision, like a business move. You're going to be wasting a lot of money on R&D, mass producing these consoles, all for people not to, like, this sounds like the Essential phone all over again. They're like, oh, we're going to make our own pure Android phone called the Essential. Costs $600. Oh, no one's buying it? It's $400. Shit, no one's buying it still. $200. Fuck.
So I found it. It's called the U-Draw by THQ.
THQ. Okay, they've
yeah,
had quite the
back when
history.
they existed.
Now it's THQ Nordic.
Yeah. So.
Oh my god.
Hang on, I'm trying to find like the actual like talk where they talk about it. But THQ was the one that they made. They made the U-Draw for, the Nintendo, and it sold really well. And then they were like, we should make this for the PlayStation and Xbox. And they made 5 or 6 million units, sold almost none of them, and then went into bankruptcy.
Goodness.
Seeing how
they learned.
things have been going lately, Sony might screw up the PS5 in general and fail the announcement.
I mean, we'll see. They've been playing it kind of safe.
Kelsey wanting to talk about consoles right now.
That's why I've just been quiet for most of this. But when he started talking about failing stuff.
Hold on, there's a video playing and I don't want it to play. Let's go. All right, next. Marvel Games is teasing something related to the number 4. Yes, Marvel came out with this. Releasing a logo that says Marvel Games with the number 4. People are speculating that it's the next Marvel vs. Capcom, rebranded as Marvel vs. Capcom 4. Or it could be a new mobile game with it, because I mean they've been releasing a lot of mobile games. Randall, let him know. Let him know let him know. Marvel vs. Capcom 4. Tell them about themselves. Tell them.
I'm not really a ranter, so I'm gonna let the professional handle it. Brian is better at ranting than me.
I think Brian's cool. He's cool right now. Look at him. He's fine.
I'm mad cozy. You see this mink right now?
Oh, ice blue mink.
I almost started ranting about something else because it was Marvel and it's made by Capcom, and I almost ranted on Capcom. But 2019, it's a new year.
New year, new Brian, dude. We're not ranting, dog.
Next episode, we'll see.
Randall, do you know who Evan Ungar is?
Evan Ungar?
Or Evan Ungar? He's an athlete, I guess.
Sounds familiar.
I mean, I can look him up real quick. Okay, I'm just gonna do this one because apparently selecting and right-clicking doesn't work. So let's take a look real quick at who that person is. It's gonna be porn watch.
He put a video in your chat of him doing a box jump.
I've never seen.
Oh yeah, they announced the new Alien game.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. He doesn't know who it is. Yeah, I heard about that too. It's supposed to be like I don't know if it's a sequel or a spin-off, and you play as her daughter or some shit.
Yeah,
Ripley's daughter?
They were like everybody, kind of like with with Diablo. Everybody was wanting a really good sequel to, I think is Alien Inquisition and Isolation. Yeah, and they were like, "Hey, do you guys not have phones?" Like, that's basically what they came out and did. Do what?
They gave that same response, like, "Hey, you guys
should
buy it because
that's
they have
basically
fun."
That's basically the whole setup. Is like you have all these fans that are loyal and true and like are begging, already telling you that we're gonna throw money at you for coming out with this stuff, and then the company's like, "Do you guys not have phones?" Like.
That's terrible because I've heard like mostly positive about Alien Isolation. Like it's had its quirks, but I think I heard like people thoroughly enjoyed playing it. It had a certain vibe to it. It had a very
was just
ambient.
Like the movie.
Yeah, like that's. So why would they switch over? What's it called? What's the mobile game called?
Alien Isolation.
What the game's called.
I'm just gonna look up Alien. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be part of the thing. News.
Alien Blackout.
Oh, it didn't come up like I said. I'm an idiot.
Oh, it's VR game.
No, he said mobile. Unless it's like the Gear VR. The internet isn't happy.
You get it?
Oh, I got it.
Yeah, why they? No.
I don't know why
I'm
they.
not gonna do it.
Trailer. Let me see. It's a 30-second trailer. No audio. I'm just gonna take a look at it while I talk about it. So, did they release any indication that they're working on a proper sequel, or is this the only thing they came out with?
I don't know much about it. I don't even know much about like the Alien game series. It was just being flamed all over Reddit the last couple of days.
Why is it mobile?
I don't know why. Because everybody's trying to get into the Chinese market. Like they want it. Mobile games over there are huge, and most companies only need like 10% of their gaming population to actually spend money on it, and to actually make money. And it's just garbage. It's literally just a huge slap in the face to everybody who's, an actual fan.
That's terrible. I didn't know that was. I heard they were making a new game, but I didn't know it was mobile. I thought it was gonna be a proper. Oh, we heard the kissy.
You sly doll.
You sly dog, you. What's next?
I don't know why she doesn't want to come on stream.
Going back to the Marvel thing real quick, a lot of people are thinking it's going to be a Fantastic Four game.
Oh.
Because
I wonder if that's what Rocksteady was working on.
Could be. Because the font that they use for the Four in games is similar to the font they use anytime they show like Fantastic Four.
Interesting. So maybe that's what Rocksteady's been working on, like a good Fantastic Four game.
That would be really good because we all know anything involving Capcom and things that people want, it's not going to happen. So
that's okay. I mean, we don't have any evidence to support that Rocksteady is making a Fantastic Four game, but it's good to speculate.
Hold on,
they've been quiet for quite some time.
Yeah,
no, because they're under WB, so they're not going to make a Marvel game.
Rocksteady's on WB?
Rocksteady, I think the project is funded by they're making something from WB, if I'm not mistaken. I could be just talking out of my ass though. Rocksteady Studios.
I keep saying that rather than make a
partner.
Yep, parent organization is Warner Brothers Interactive. So I doubt if they're not doing that. Go ahead, sorry, Brian.
I keep saying that. It is.
You forget it's a delay, so I didn't know you was talking.
Yeah, there's a delay on us. Sorry, go ahead.
I feel like I'm trying to remember what I was gonna say. I think they're probably just gonna end up doing like a Justice League game because I don't think any other superhero minus like Green Lantern would be big enough for them to have a good like big game.
Like a solo game.
Because it's not the common things about Batman and Spider-Man to me is from both sides. To the general audience, they have the most memorable villains. And that's why Arkham games do well. That's why Spider-Man games and movies do well. It's because everyone knows the villains as well as them. Because it's something that keeps being retold over and over and over again. I don't think there's any other DC character that has that many memorable villains. And likewise with Marvel. So the only way to bridge the gap of small, like lesser-known villains being in a game is if they do Justice League. That way you can have as many Batman as you want. Nobody knows anybody for Arrow. Doesn't matter. We'll put 3 of them in. If they don't like them, they have Wonder Woman villains.
Yeah, that's definitely a possibility. I agree. That's
the Joker, still one of the greatest villains ever.
No, I'm saying.
Just throwing out like general statements.
Dude, Mark
so
Hamill's
CES...
Joker in the Batman the Animated Series was fantastic.
What do you mean was?
Didn't you tell me he
still
was
is.
like...
I mean, like, if we're talking about just in general, I'm just
But
talking about when I watched it, which I'm actually going back through the series. It's amazing. I
was
love
gonna ask
it.
you what the hell did you do to Mark?
Don't watch season 3.
I watched the what do you call it? I watched the documentary on him and how he did the Joker's voice and things. And he's talking about how he would just sit in traffic and just start laughing maniacally, and people would give him dirty looks and things like, "What the fuck is wrong with that dude?"
He's making art, is what he's doing.
He would just sit there and just come up with new voices or new ways to laugh for different times and different thought processes and all sorts of other things. It was really cool.
He definitely put the work in. Animated series Jokers. So even Kevin Conroy's Batman, it's timeless. Like I can hear his voice doing a Batman at any time. Just dub him over. The next Batman movie with Ben Affleck, when he speaks, just dub over Kevin Conroy on there.
Wow,
I'm sorry. Can you say that one more time?
Me?
Yeah, I don't think my brain processed what you just said. Can you say that one more time?
For the next for the solo Batman movie that may or may not happen, I need them to have, if they're going to keep Ben Affleck, fine. But when he speaks, it'll be Kevin Conroy dubbed over his voice. His voice.
Okay. I heard that in reverse. I heard you say Ben Affleck needs to dub over whatever. Like, my brain stopped. I was like, I don't know that we could be friends anymore.
He just exits the call. Oh, fuck. So, now that we're done with Batman, CES 2019 is happening. So a lot of tech shit's being announced. A shitload of 8K TVs, ridiculously priced, fucking OLEDs that are 90 inches big. AMD, Intel announcing a bunch of new chips. NVIDIA announced their 2060s. So you can get that RTX on for cheaper.
Did they put any price tag?
On what?
On the TVs.
Some did, some didn't. They just showed up like the features and stuff. I don't know. I don't have them all written down, but
The
HTC was also at
TVs?
CES. I don't have them on the dock, but because I'm not. That's not a news light. Like every year, there's new TVs at CES.
Are these
but
for
8K?
OLED TVs? Is that what you're talking about?
The TVs have been announcing. Yeah, a lot of them are OLEDs.
Gotcha.
Nvidia showed off their gaming monitor that's like fucking massive. That costs thousands of dollars. Nvidia has a monitor coming out. Hold on. Here it is. It's a fucking massive 65-inch screen. And look how close his seat is. Who's gonna play at this fucking range with a 65-inch TV?
Dude, that's what
Or
I
monitor? Okay. Yeah,
I had
you
a
do?
46-inch TV, that it was like that's what I did. I wanted to like move my head around.
Exercise your neck when you're trying to play. It's fucking terrible.
No price tag though.
The price tag is definitely on here.
It is?
I'm pretty sure it's thousands of dollars. I remember they said. Oh, I guess not. I remember that when they first said that they were doing it, it was in a premium price, which means you ain't gonna get it, Anthony. So I'm like, oh, you're right. I don't even need that. Why the fuck would I want a monitor? A monitor. It'll break this table. Randall, don't test it like it's like I'm contemplating getting it. Yeah, HTC was at the CES, announced 3 different headsets. The Cosmos, the Pro Eye, and 2 headsets, and then the subscription service. So one of the headsets is the Vive Pro Eye, which within the headset can track your eye movement, which makes it easier for VR. So if like you don't have to always turn your head all the way so you can see something else, you can just look to the left, and I'm assuming the game will read that as a movement and it'll turn the camera appropriately, which I thought was a really cool addition to VR. The Cosmos is a cheaper version of it, but they didn't put any pricing. All of it's coming later on in 2019, so they're just like, hey, look, this is a new shiny shit. The big thing was the subscription service. I don't know if they put how much it costs, but you pay a certain amount and you can play a shitload of VR games on the HTC Vive.
That's awesome.
That's a lot.
Oh, okay. Over 500 apps, that including top games. So I think that's pretty cool, especially if you're trying to get into VR. That you can. I don't know if that helps with I don't know if that includes the current headsets or is it for these 2 that they announced. I'm pretty sure it probably includes the 5 that's out in the wild now. That's about it. Oh no, I'm sorry. Did anybody here play Dirty Bomb? Because today they announced it's going free to play. Like completely free to play.
I didn't
wanted
play,
to
but
try it.
If I'm not mistaken, I think these
are
are
like a bullet sponge.
Oh, is it?
But that was like around the time it came out. I don't know.
Gotcha. I think these are the same people who made Brink a long time ago. And then they came out with this, and I never played it, but I heard decent things about it, and now they're going completely free to play. Kobe in the chat is asking, is it like TF2? I think so. They have classes. I don't know if it's objective based. I'm at their main website now, splashdamage.com. What the hell? Oh, that's a different game. I'm like, what? I just saw Joker come up. Oh, they worked on Gears. Dirty Bomb.
At Gotham City Imposters.
Yeah, I saw Gotham City, but I'm like, what the fuck happened?
That's game of the year, dude.
Mm-hmm. Sure is, Brian. Okay.
Are you gonna try Dirty Bomb or no? Because let me know if
I mean, it's free, so yeah, I'm probably gonna give it a shot when it goes free to play, just to see how it plays. I'm not gonna keep it on there unless it's
Game of the Year
fire.
was clearly Diablo Immortal. Okay, I don't know what you guys are talking about, but Game of the Year is clearly Diablo Immortal.
I don't know.
It's not even out yet.
Someone on one of my friends, right, said top 5 games they played of 2018 was Street Fighter 5 Arcade Edition. So I think that's actually game of the year, to be honest.
I wonder who that was. Randall? Who was that?
I don't know.
Oh, that's crazy. That's up for news. You gonna give this guy your life history or not?
I'm not. I don't understand the question. Life history.
Like, just give him some stuff. You know, your up and comings, man. How were you as a child? Did you get spanked a lot?
Let him learn, yeah.
Why don't you tell him how quickly you can climb a rope?
Also, he wanted to know
why you got kicked out of New York.
Also,
tell him why you're not allowed back in New York.
Yeah, he's banned from the entire state.
What were you saying, Anthony?
He wanted the chat wanted to know what's your highest box jump in terms of distance.
I don't know.
Is that after a foot or before a foot?
No, he's talking about like plyometrics box jump.
Yeah, I know.
I think
he is. That's all I have for news, people. Unless you guys got something else like that alien blackout stuff. I didn't check the news before we started.
I haven't really been paying attention to the news for most things. I just couldn't. Just doing me, you know. You feel me, player?
That's it. Okay, Brian.
Oh, I got a question for Brian. Are you streaming again?
We'll see.
He better be. I already got the sub button ready.
I was setting up overlay stuff and stuff on my Twitch page, and I was asking Randall and I think Kelsey and David and Javi like input on how things look. I'm doing it. I don't know. I feel like I have more free time now because the stuff I wanted to do last year I already did. And I don't know. It would fill the free time, but then I'm trying to think of what I would do. If that makes sense. Like for content.
You got to get ping again.
You lost it?
That's also facts. No, for PC.
Oh, you're right. I
gifted him whatever the hell that game's called for PC.
Oh my god, you don't even know the name? You're never gonna get energy for your spirit bomb.
I'm not. Because I can't do the spirit bomb.
Because you're evil. Alright. Start wrapping things up, I guess, with some releases.
Game called Hightail?
Hightail?
Hytale.
There's a rat.
Apparently, according to Staten, it's like a better version of Minecraft.
Oh, you lost me.
You lost me.
You lost me.
Get the fuck out of here.
You lost the fuck out of me, dude. I'm not into those Survivor. Let's work every couple hours. I don't know. Those kind of games feel like it's a chore.
I think it really just depends on how how it goes, because I mean there's a lot of like builder games that like Dig is kind of a builder game, and I think you said you enjoyed that one.
SteamWorld Dig? I don't do not. You can't. Oh, I'm triggered already. That is not a builder game. Oh, he said SteamWorld Dig is a fucking builder game. What are you doing on here?
Anthony. I own Dragon Ball Fighters on PC, so does he. If you guys want the first to 10 on stream for charity,
yo, after this podcast, there's first attending, dude.
Wow, you should do that, man.
You're gonna get these Kid Buu hands, dude.
Oh shit!
You should stream that a first to 10 between you and Kelsey.
Yeah, we can do that.
Why are you trying to dump off first to 10s on other people, Randall? Where's the smoke I gave to you?
Here we go.
I remember sometime in 2018 when you're like, hey, for the Christmas time, we should first attend a bunch of games. Did that happen, Randall?
No, because I didn't get the arcade machine done. I'm kind of upset.
No, it was before that.
Nobody asked you, Peanut Gallery.
I thought she went to bed.
No, she just doesn't want to talk to me anymore, so she gives me a kiss goodnight and goes away. And then sits in the other room and talks shit about me.
Okay, that sounds about right. Johan wants to play Darkstalkers with you. Alright. What was I going to say? Yeah, SteamWorld Dig is not a builder game, dude. Absolutely not a builder game. But SteamWorld Dig 2 is it's awesome. I tried Terraria. I tried, what other builder games did I try? I think it was just Terraria.
Yeah, I tried Terraria. It was fun for the first, 15 minutes, and then I got all of the, was able to upgrade to everything, and it's like, okay, I'm done. I mean, it's really cool, some of the stuff people do in those games, like the people that, recreate huge scenes and whatever, but
yeah,
just not something I'm really into.
Sorry, I'm going through puberty again.
Terraria is one of those games I was playing with Javi, David, and Johan, and when it comes to them all building houses and getting all this material, I just daze off. If you put a gun in my hand and you say we're gonna war over there, I'm going over there. I don't need to build all this shit.
So you like Fortnite?
No,
I do like Fortnite.
No, I like. All right, let me see how I want to say this. I like how it looks. I don't like the building mechanic for the game.
I don't even really care how it looks.
Oh, I like Fortnite is just a yes for me. Like, if you're like, oh, what game should I play? Try Fortnite. You might like it. If not, it's fine. There's others
I
out
just
there.
love all the hate that it gets.
It gets too much hate, especially for what it's doing for the industry as a whole.
People in general are just. I'm so sick of people gatekeeping everything. It's like, you like the game, you like the game. You don't fucking watch the game. Like, who cares?
Just leave. There's thousands of options to be for games to play, get shit to watch. Like, don't sit there and just throw hate at people for no fucking reason. You don't like it, leave.
Staten says, "Okay, that's your opinion. It's wrong, but you can have that opinion. It's still wrong."
What
I
opinion?
think that was in reference to us not liking the Minecraft style games.
Oh, I'm not saying it shouldn't exist or anything. It's just it never caught my attention. Like, it doesn't have a hook. It doesn't hook me. You know what does hook me? The Messenger. If you haven't played The Messenger yet, you should go and buy The Messenger.
I can't.
When I hit somebody with a hook punch, you load up Dragon Ball Fighters. It's on PC, it's on PS4, it's on Xbox, and it's on Switch. Play with your friends.
Talk about it.
I thought Kelsey was gonna go on his New Year's rant again.
What New Year's rant? Oh, the Ninja. You went off on Ninja for who knows how long.
Do you remember that, Kelsey?
Yeah, I remember that.
We don't need to rehash it. We get it.
Tried to block it out of my memory until he mentioned it. I'm just angry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Then we'll
no,
skip
hilariously, I did see they posted all over Reddit about how he bombed in front of the crowd because he's used to entertaining a bunch of fucking 4-year-olds. And he gets up there and he tries to do that stupid ass floss dance, and everybody's kind of sitting there like.
Oh, I heard about you talking about the New Year's show. Okay.
Wasn't he standing in the rain or something like that?
I don't remember. I just remember seeing him walk up on stage and he's trying to get the crowd hyped up and he starts doing his dumbass little floss dance, and then since everybody's over the age of 12, they're all just kind of standing there staring at him like, what is this dude doing?
Is he a ninja? Is that what he said?
And I know a lot of the streamers
Naruto.
a lot of the streamers were pissed because now that you're forced to watch ads on Twitch again, which I don't understand either. They were advertising his channel for the New Year's thing, and because the streamers, like especially like Shroud and Lyric and all the major streamers are sitting there like, we don't have any control over this. So you're basically broadcasting. Twitch is forcing us to broadcast an advertisement for another Twitch streamer on our stream, which is not okay.
That's terrible. I didn't know that was a thing. I thought they were just doing
Go ahead.
I thought they were just doing advertisements like gear, like Logitech stuff or other games and stuff. I know they were doing it for streamers.
For the New Year's event, they were advertising Ninja being the one that's doing the New Year's thing, but they weren't advertising it like, oh, Ninja is doing a New Year's event for Twitch, like on a Twitch channel, or being the face of Twitch. They were like, you should go watch Ninja on his channel at twitch.tv/Ninja. Which, if I were somebody like Shroud and I had 50,000 people watching me, and suddenly a friggin' advertisement for Ninja came up, I wouldn't want that shit.
Randall's clowning you now because you're talking about Ninja again. He's pointing at me like it happened naturally, like he didn't set it off.
Right? And this wasn't even about Ninja. This is about Twitch playing favoritism.
Randall just wants people to laugh at. He's a bully, dude.
What?
I know.
No.
You should have seen how badly he bullied me when I first started working at JHT.
Talk about it. You can don't make that face, Randall, like you don't bully people.
Okay. Because I'm the bullying type. Yeah.
The first step is acceptance. It's not. It's denial.
I'd come into work. I'd sit in his lap. He'd get all pissed off. We had an HR meeting.
Really?
Yeah, really. I mean, I buy everything he's saying right now. All right, Brian left, so I guess we can start doing the fucking releases.
Oh.
What's up?
I was going to ask him how many drinks did he have that night.
A lot. I don't know if he can remember how many he did, but a lot.
Do you remember how many you had?
No.
How many what?
Drinks.
We was playing that game.
I lost a few times, and so did you, Randall. So how are you feeling? Actually, we never got to that real quick. How are you feeling, Randall, during that game?
I felt fine.
For the people listening and watching, we were playing a game called Screw Your Neighbors, and the object of the game is to get the lowest card.
The highest.
No,
the highest card possible.
Not get the lowest card.
Yeah, sorry. That's probably why I was drinking a lot. I was doing it wrong. Yeah, to get the highest card, the person with the lowest card would have to take a shot. So we got to the point where we were just doing, whoever got the highest card chooses what the person with the lowest card drank, because we had a bunch of bottles, and we finished a bunch of bottles. Randall happened to lose a few times, thinking he can just join in the game and be like, you know what, I can probably make it.
I was doing good for a while.
You were, and then
it all went downhill.
Yeah, and then your fucking roller coaster just right down. Woo.
No,
I think I
knew when.
Sorry, go ahead.
What's funny, look, is up until that night, I did not think that Bryant had like a cutoff. Because out of all the times that I've seen you guys, partake, I've always seen him continue. Yeah, and he'd be fine. But that was the first time I see him like back away from the table, like I'm done.
It's because it was too fast. Like it was a bunch. Like some people were losing back to back, so they would get the shot over and over again, and that's when you need some breathing room. Believe me, I know.
I have bad luck. I have a very high tolerance, but if I feel like I'm at that point, I'm like, I'm not gonna war with anybody right now. Let me just take a break. And that was one of the times I was like, I'm done. I chugged some water, ate an empanada, I started playing Smash Bros, and then I came back later. But I was like, I'm not trying to play guess that bathroom. I'm trying to keep that record of not vomiting from drinking still going, undefeated.
Okay, you're not undefeated, Brian.
Vomit 3 since '93.
I am undefeated.
I know. I just want to see what you would say.
I was fine until it just felt like everything was in slow motion.
Because it was a slow motion, Randall. We all got everybody together and we're like, at a certain point, we're going to move very slowly. And Randall's going to trip the fuck out. And Randall's probably like, what the fuck?
It was just like when it would be my turn to deal the cards. It felt like I was doing everything twice. So like I would give somebody a card, and in my mind, I would give them a card again.
For the people listening, Randall doesn't really drink. He'll sip on Loco Nut occasionally when watching a movie or something, but he doesn't drink. This was him drinking.
He went brazy.
So, yeah, he didn't go brazy. He was feeling he was cozy.
Clearly.
To his standards.
To his okay, I guess. Oh shit! Yeah, it was a good time.
I think I only lost to that game like twice, but I was already drinking what we were taking shots of, so I was like, "This is pointless," and just walked away. Just kept filling up my cup and just kept drinking.
I definitely have to go on record and say like that night was probably one of the best nights I had in a very long time.
Like, was that before or after the stripper?
Both.
I think he means after he blew me.
There was none of that for people that are listening.
He doesn't even remember the stripper. Like, I mean, what do you remember of that night?
I was fully aware at all times. Okay.
Obviously not. You don't remember the stripper.
There was like 7 of them there, Randall.
Really?
Like 4 of them was. I can't. This is a string. This is going out from. We're cutting it off. We're cutting it off.
You know how
new releases.
I was about to say, you know how I know it wasn't any there because Juliana would have ripped your head off.
That's true. You would have seen her just
After
like
male strippers.
bite. Oh, that's true. Male strippers. I would have included both because some people like seeing both. I'm thoughtful, Randall.
Speaking of male
I'll make sure
strippers,
everyone enjoys.
I found an old SD card from when we were in college, and when we threw that party for Catherine. And Mike and I were in the orange thing.
Oh my god! No, we can't post that on. You can't show that on here. So please do not. I mean, it's your stream.
I don't want to see anything. I'm just trying to.
You'll see everything.
I just want to know what he's talking about.
So when we were in college, after a year and a half, we had 2 girls in our class, Catherine and Jessica, I think it is. After a year and a half, her birthday comes up. And she turns 18. And we were like, I'm sorry, what? She's like, yeah, I just turned 18. I graduated high school early and then decided to come here so I could just get my degree and get into working. And we're like, okay, so because you just turned 18, we obviously have to throw you a party. And like, I mean, it's like, there's like, I don't know, probably 30 of us, and there's 2 girls and the rest of us are guys, obviously. But one of my buddies
identify as a horse stool.
One of my buddies, Mike Anstein, he and I are always on the same brain wavelength, and we have like no qualms about doing like anything. And so we look at each other, we're like, we have to go to a sex shop now. And so we go to the sex shop and we buy 2 10-inch dildos and some orange stripper. How's he gonna take this friggin' headset off? Like, he's the one asking the questions here. It's Randall.
Put your headset.
I said his name like he was in a Kenna show. He's like, it's Randall.
This is going further than I wanted to go.
No, it's not. It gets worse. So
I mean,
so we go and we buy these 2 stripper. They're not thongs, like they're like Speedos type thing.
Just like underwear. Yeah, like some.
Yeah, and so we buy, he and I each buy one. And we buy 2 10-inch dildos because we're gonna put these on and joust around for her birthday. Okay, and I get home and Nick lives on my bedroom or my living room floor because it's a 2-bedroom apartment. His brother's staying in the other room, and he moved in with us to just finish out his like last couple of months of school. And so he's laying on the floor, and he's like, he's like facing this way, and he's laying down on the floor playing games. And I was like, I want to try this on. So I go and I try it on, and I look down, and it's completely see-through. Like, it is 100% a lie on the box. The box does not show any of the giblets poking through the mesh of this thing, okay? And so I get out there. I don't know if I can do this.
He's gonna whip
So
it out Twitch, please.
I get out there, and I'm only wearing this thing, okay? And Nick's laying on the floor, and so I go, "What do you think?" And struck a pose or whatever, and he goes, "Nice." Oh my God! Because I'm just standing there, in nothing but the little orange thing. And then we dildo jousted at her party. It was a lot of fun.
Randall, that's what we're gonna do for your
You did
party.
the same thing, Randall, for New Year's. Yeah. Do you remember jousting with me? That's crazy.
That's crazy. You probably blacked out. I've been there.
He was killing them.
Nice. All right, new releases. Let's get this thing over with. This week, right? What's today? The 8th. Okay, so this comes out this week. Shit, ain't nothing coming out, dude. We got Tales of Vesperia if you're into JRPGs. Bury Me, My Love for Nintendo Switch and PC. Oh, Tales of Vesperia is coming out on literally everything. Switch, Xbox One, PS4, and PC. Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story for 3DS. 3DS games are still releasing?
It's just a re-release.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah, Definitive Edition. No, you're right. New Super Mario Brothers U Deluxe for Switch. I guess they're re-releasing that too, because the Wii U was an abomination. And that's about it for this week. The fucking beginning of the year is usually terrible, dude.
Well, that's because they always get everything in just before the awards, at the end of the year. And then the new year, everything comes out in February.
Yeah. Yeah, but we later on, in like 2 weeks, we got some poppers. Movies, what would come out this? Oh, next week is Glass, people. Get fucking ready.
Not this Friday.
Not this Friday, next Friday. This Friday we got.
Hyped for that?
I am. I like Unbreakable, and Split was alright. For its time, Unbreakable I thought was really good. There's the fucking. You sure you don't want to see the dog movie that we saw the entire fucking story?
I want to see this.
On Friday we have A Dog's Way Home. If you want to see the movie, just look up the trailer. Replicas with. I was gonna call him John Wick.
I mean, that is true.
It's Keanu Reeves. I was gonna say featuring John Wick. The Upside Down with Kevin Hart and Walter White. Kidding, Bryan Cranston. On the Basis of Sex comes out. Oh, that came out earlier already. That's not Friday. The Aspirin Papers. I don't know anybody in that movie. Actually, the top guy looks familiar. Who's that? Nope.
What is going on?
I don't want to know, Randall, what's going on there. Perfectos Desconocidos, I guess. That's the name of that. Opens Friday. That's definitely probably a limited release. Sergeant Will Gardner and The Untold Story. So A Dog's Way Home. Make sure to catch that.
Really? You gonna plug that?
Yeah, dude. I mean, you go to the trailer. Put up the trailer and you'll see the entire movie. We could talk about it next week.
What trailer?
A Dog's Way Home. It's a dog movie we talked about earlier.
Oh, the one where they were like, hey, so the dog has to find its way home. Hey, the dog found its way home.
And then you're like, we wrote credits. Wow, what the hell did I just say? We wrote credits. I'm wrapping it up now. I need to get the fuck off here. I need to heal up. Literally 5 things, if I'm not mistaken, are coming out in music. I don't know any of these people. Is the artist name You Tell Me? There's an artist that's coming out called You Tell Me, I think. I don't know.
Bryant?
Jacob Banks, Randy Houser, Rob Baird, Solwork. Nothing.
Randy Houser looks familiar, but I don't know.
That country singer?
I don't know. The name of the album is Magnolia, so he could be Millie rocking. No, that's definitely a country singer. Like a cowboy. That's definitely a cowboy singer. Cowboy singer. So that's about it for the episode 29 of the ADLR Podcast. You guys have anything you want to plug? What the hell is that, man? What are you doing? You trying to fist me?
Got a grenade?
What?
Save that for browsers.
No. Oh my gosh. What was I gonna say?
Anything to
What are we
plug?
talking about? Plugs. What are you guys doing?
I thought we were fisting. What happened?
No, you guys aren't. We we're gonna get banned. Brian, you doing anything this week?
Maybe, I don't know. Tomorrow I have to get up early for reasons. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe next week I don't know. Maybe next week we'll see. Maybe stream. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, we got new information. We got Karobi in the chat saying that he's got something to plug. He's gonna cry all week, nonstop. So if you want to watch, actually, as of this recording, by the time this goes up, you probably won't know. But GDQ is going on right now, so go ahead and donate to them. They speedrun for charity. They do a fantastic job each year. They do it in the beginning of the year and they do it in the summer. The one that occurs in the beginning of the year is going on right now, as of this recording. So I guess you'll have. I think it runs through Friday. This goes up on Friday, so it's never too late. Go ahead and donate to Games Done Quick. I think it is twitch.tv/Games Done Quick, right?
Games Done Quick?
Yeah.
So go ahead and give them a shout out. Not a shout out, go donate, sorry. It's for a good cause. What else? On Thursday, I think, or maybe tomorrow, I'll probably stream some Black Ops 4. Because why not? Me and Brian will get on there.
That game is so poorly optimized. I think I need to upgrade my PC because on low I get 30 frames at most.
Yeah, there's something up with that game, dude. Like, for some reason, it started stuttering a little more now. I don't know if I need to upgrade my drivers or some patch came up that fucked up something. But I'll figure it out. What else am I doing? I think that's it. The next week we'll watch Glass. So not next podcast, the podcast after that we'll talk about Glass. I might watch some other movies and stuff too. That's it. What you got, Randall?
Only thing I'm looking forward to is March.
So you're way ahead. I'm asking for this week, Randall.
Is it March 7th?
Randall, for this week. I don't care.
I'm just telling you. There's nothing in the theaters that I'm looking forward to.
Okay, then you got nothing for this week.
Well, what are you doing? That's the plug.
Yeah, like
what
this is the plug
doing?
section. Now we're not.
Okay, so
What?
So I am working on 3 different apps that yours truly says he was gonna program for.
Okay.
What else am I working on? At the moment.
Did you say yours truly? That means yourself.
Oh yeah, I said that wrong. It's the alcohol. Anthony's gonna do programming for.
Okay.
Lies.
What else? That's pretty much the new stuff that I'm working on. Oh, and I'm still finishing up the intro for your podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Randall.
So I'm gonna polish that, and then I'll be done with that, and then I'm gonna pass it on to Brian. What?
Hey, Randall. When are you gonna start streaming?
Ooh, this is a hard-hitting question.
So that's the next. Actually, that's the next step, which is something that I'm trying to do pretty soon. I just have to link up with Brian again to make sure that I'm getting all the stuff, even though he sent it to me already. But I just want to double check before I drop some cheese on it. So I got to get a mic and all the stuff that I need to do that.
All you need is
I can't give a date, huh?
You don't need to stream. You just hit a button, right? This button right here.
But I think he's talking about me interacting with people live.
You chat. You just type into the chat.
That's what I've been doing this whole time. Like, they've been talking in my chat, and I just type to them while we've been doing the stream.
Okay, I mean,
when Randall starts streaming, I'm gonna start streaming again.
Ooh.
Oh shit!
I thought you was already going to start streaming.
First 100 subs.
No, I just called them in and I canceled.
Okay. Well, I do plan on doing it soon. I just want to make sure I get the stuff that I need to get, and then I need to come out with some sort of platform or whatever you want to call it, so that I don't look like a retard.
Randall, you can't say that.
An idiot.
There you go.
A dummy.
There you go.
On stream.
That's good, man. That's some good. That's 2019 goals.
Yeah.
New year, new Randall.
I don't know about new me, but I mean these are things that I've always had in the back of my mind, but I'm hesitant on doing it because to be quite honest with you, I don't see why anybody would watch me on stream. Just to be honest, but I'm doing it because I'm doing it because I'm just trying to be outside the box and.
If you were drawing or something on stream, I would totally watch. Because I love, all the stuff that you've done is just fantastic. The picture of me as an Archer character is awesome.
People will watch you do art. A lot of people in the creative section. There's a lot of people watching people do art. Jay Crystal in the chat, my girlfriend, says that she's gonna start doing my makeup on stream.
Oh.
Shit.
Oh, you know what she should do?
500 viewers right there.
She'll know what I'm talking about because she the one that showed me the channel, but I don't remember the dude's name. But there's some dude who takes they're not old toys, but he takes toys and he repaints them over and make them look like 20 times better.
I mean, she'll probably say, "Oh, I think she wrote it."
No, yeah, him. She should do that.
Okay, first of all, let's plug the guy who you're telling her to copy off of here. Was that Hextium? I guess it's a YouTube.
I've never seen a dude. All you do is see his hand, and he's painting stuff. But he's really good. So I think she should do that.
Shout out to Hextium. Well, I mean, she can. We have cameras. We just don't have the dolls or paint.
I've been watching a whole bunch of because you were talking about restoring like old toys. I really like.
No, it's not restoring.
All right, Randall.
But I'm sorry.
Not that deep.
No, it's really good.
Borrow my wrench?
I'm sorry, Cassie.
Gonna borrow my wrench.
What? So then maybe I missed it. What does he do with them?
He takes them and makes them look better. So, yeah. So like, say for example, if you go buy a brand new
Goku toy.
Yeah, that's a good example. He'll take it and repaint it and make it look 20 times better. Like, the difference is dramatic.
All right. I mean, I really enjoy watching people take like older things, like State, and thank you for the host, man. I appreciate it. But I really appreciate. I really enjoy watching people like restore older machinery, like watching them take the whole thing apart, break it down into its bits and pieces, and then either remake the things that are broken or buy new parts or just restore the way that they work. Like there was this one channel that I've been watching a lot recently. He does a lot of like older tools. What was one? There was an older like drill. He took the whole thing apart, cleaned up a lot of the mechanics with it, and then put it back together and sanded it down or sandblasted it, painted it. It looks really awesome, and it actually works now. He did one with what was it? It was a massive standing drill.
Right.
And it was really cool. Sorry.
What was his name?
Him talking about taking the toys and revamping.
What was his name again?
I'm trying to think. Let me pull.
Oh.
Not Hexy. He said somebody else. We might as well plug him because shit.
Yeah, I gotta find his. I seriously not have it.
Well, while you're looking that up, I guess. Oh, yeah, that was this episode 29. If you like what you hear, you want to support it, go to patreon.com/ADLR Plays.
What about you? Did you even say what you're doing?
Yeah, so I might be streaming this on either tomorrow or Thursday, play some Black Ops with Brian. And I don't know when we will be trying the offline recording instead. So it's not live streamed. I don't know when we're going to do that.
That means that you can spice it up, do some editing.
And editing, yeah. Because if I'm going to get your not editing the podcast, it's like putting in lower thirds and just small editing. Not like cutting or anything. Unless, of course, you guys say something of fucking ridiculous. Randall.
Street Fighter V is a good game.
So
I didn't mean it like that.
Huh?
I didn't mean it like that.
All I'm saying
That
is
was
anything
top
slips.
10 of the year.
No, I'm talking
He's
about
talking
what
me.
he
Yeah,
said.
he's talking about what I said.
earlier.
But
What'd you
with the
say?
editing part, we don't have to work. We can
not
say
gonna
what we need to
repeat
say. I know, but I'm saying. What I'm saying is like you can be saying anything. We can cut it. We can bleep it and do something. Like it gives us more freedom, I guess. Because on this live stuff, we're kind of in a box here with whatever Twitch has. Like if he wants to wear his orange Speedo thing, he can.
I'm not gonna
Like-
be here.
We can just blur it out in editing.
It ain't enough blur post product.
Post-product?
You saw me
I
fast.
can't even
Is that what
talk.
you're
Like,
doing?
I'm so like I'm trying not to think of that junk. Like
He's like
it's
that.
bothering me.
Shit.
He wants to
Alright,
think
people.
about that junk.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, okay. So it's Jeffrey Croker. He does a lot of restorations of like his Land Rover. He has this old Land Rover that he does. He revamps parts or restores them. He does a drill press. He does a lathe. It's really cool.
Excuse
It's just
me.
really awesome to watch it go from this rusted-looking, broken piece of shit to this
And repair it.
to what looks like you would just go to the store and buy brand new.
That's good. What was it? One more time. Sorry, I didn't catch it the first time you said his name.
Jeffrey Croker,
Jeffrey Crocker.
GEOFFREYCROKER.
Nice. Go give that guy a fucking V. It's a YouTube.
Yeah, it's a YouTube channel.
Give the man a
I'm
like.
also
Subscribe.
been following somebody named Voltaire, and he does a lot of like soldering and restoring like older game systems. Like he'll take them
Wait a
apart
second.
and show you.
You just blew my mind. It's not soldering.
No, it is soldering. He's
No,
just
there's
saying
soldering.
it wrong.
Oh, okay. You said soldering, so I thought my life was
Soldering.
fake.
Well, it said one way in the U.S. and one way in the Britain, or the U.K.
Oh, okay.
Like
Okay.
In the
Okay. We're cool.
Britain.
We're
The
cool.
Britain.
We're cool. Everybody's cool. You cool, Randall? That
But
looked
he
like
does
you
a
cool.
lot of like modding of the older systems like the PlayStation, the 64, all sorts of stuff, and instead of using the shitty AV cables, you can upgrade them to using like HDMI cables. What are you laughing at?
I don't know. All right, people. Thank you guys for watching. We'll come back next week. Love you guys. Bye.